Okay, fourth grade math educators, this video is about using pre-assessment to form small groups and scaffold instruction to grade level proficiency. In other words, how can we determine what the students need to know if they know it? And how do I incorporate those prerequisite skills so they can get to grade level proficiency and beyond? So we'll start with prerequisite skills. We ask, what do students need to know in order to be successful on today's lesson? These are skills that are so valuable, we're going to scaffold them into today's lesson so they can use them to continue learning. These are relevant prerequisite skills, and they are listed on our curriculum documents. But once we know what the kids need to be able to do in order to access today's lesson, we need to assess whether or not they know it. So how might we determine what relevant skills they know? These could be formal or informal. They could be observations as you walk around the classroom to determine if the kids are ready to access today's grade level content or if they need scaffolding to get there. So then we form our small groups and we ask, how might we more accurately tailor instruction to the readiness of our students? We are going to use small groups when pre-assessment data shows any amount of time spent speaking to the whole group will most likely only impact a small portion of our students. We're going to form our small groups based on a continuum of readiness. And don't forget that the size of the small group might vary, but these small groups will change as you continue to pre-assess and continue to scaffold to meet the kids' needs. So let's take a look at prerequisite skills, pre-assessments, and information in the curriculum documents. So in our pages file, on this third page, you can see there are prerequisite skills and pre-assessments listed, and now there's a column for intervention resources. So for example, if the prerequisite skill for this unit of study is to use place value to compare and order whole numbers up to 1,200 and represent those comparisons using comparative language and the symbols less than, greater than, or equal to, then the pre-assessments might be, we give the kids a place value chart and ask them to represent the number 1,050. And on the same chart, represent the number 1,400 and compare the numbers. Now we're going to walk around and look for the students to begin comparing with the leftmost digit, just like we would as an adult mathematician. We may ask them which is more or less or equal to, and ask them to use the symbols to compare. If you need intervention resources for the students as you design the scaffolding, you may consider these videos from BrainPop or in-person, one-on-one or small group intervention using scaffolding to get them from here to the grade level content. For composing and decomposing numbers to 100,000, we may ask them if they can build the number 1,045 in the most efficient way. And then we may ask them, can you build it another way? We're going to look for them to exchange maybe the 1,000 cube for 1,000 flats, or they may exchange one of the 10 rods for ones. But however they do it, you're looking for that equivalence. There is a video on composing numbers linked here in case you need it. Finally, selecting and using the most efficient, appropriate strategy to add and subtract numbers within 1,000 is a prerequisite skill for this unit when we get to addition and subtraction. We're going to ask the students to solve 1,000 minus 98. Now, they may use the standard algorithm, but that's not always the most efficient and appropriate choice. They could just count up from 98 to 100 and then add 900 more to find the solution 902. So we want to build their strategies if they're not working in the most efficient way. There are a couple more videos from BrainPump linked there. So I really want you to utilize prerequisite skills and pre-assessments and intervention resources in order to scaffold learning in small groups in order to better meet the needs of our kids.